Today we are here for our very first Madden 27 rebuild. You guys already know we have to start with my favorite team. This will be my first time jumping into Madden 27 franchise mode, so I cannot wait to see all the changes today. But before we get into today's video, YouTube does tell me about 83% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. If you do follow that, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated. So the Madden rebuild consistency should be back in full effect. As you guys know, lately it's been somewhat slow because we're at the end of Madden 26, but I'm happy to say that every other day rebuilds are coming back, so you guys will see rebuilds from me every single day, as long as you of course are subscribed to my NBA channel as well. But yeah, off and on you will see a Madden rebuild, then an NBA rebuild, so it's like takes turns and we're back in full swing there. But like I said, this is going to be my first experience of Madden 27. I have not played anything. I obviously downloaded the game yesterday, and I didn't really play it that much. I played a little bit just to kind of see if anything felt different as far as like a quick play game, but I have not dove into Madden franchise mode. And I haven't watched a ton on it either. So this is truly going to be my first experience, but we'll see how things are going to go. So I guess the first thing to do is we can take a look at the lineup for this Commanders team. So as you can see, of course, we have Jaden Daniels. Unfortunately, as we all know, Laramie Tunsil is probably gonna be out for the season, so that's really unfortunate. Now Madden doesn't have that like updated right now or anything, but I do kind of like the look of this. I mean, at least on my screen, I don't know how, maybe it's just my own screen, I don't know, but gold and bronze are a little close in color. I can kind of tell, but it definitely can be, I could see someone mistaking that. Anyway, defensively, Sonny Styles, of course. We got face scans for the rookies now, which is gonna be fun. We got Nick Cross, new addition, Trey Amos, Armstrong, Deron Payne, Doffaway, and then, yeah, so I'm excited. And one thing I did see is that Madden has said that playbook should not play a big factor this year. We'll see. I think they said that last year too, so I guess we'll find out. But as far as year number one is concerned, I think I'm just going to go ahead and simply oh wait, is Diggs even on this team? Where's Stephon Diggs at? Wow, they don't even have Diggs on this team, I just noticed. Okay, so we gotta fix that. That's already a problem, so I don't know where he's at. I thought he was already on this team. Anyway, so Stephon Diggs, if you're here, there he is. Okay, so he obviously signed. How do I do this? So this is gonna be a new experience, so I guess we get to start it out. Speak with player. 1 year, he got what, 12 million, I think, if I remember correctly. So let's give him 1 year, 12 million, and I have no idea how this is going to go, but let's offer it. And I know what I could bring. Glad you reached out. Let's get into some details. Increase salary, add signing bonus. Guess I'll add signing bonus, and that's where I want to be. Ready to put my name, and boom, we got Diggs, even though he should have already been on the team. So we got Stephon Diggs on the Commanders. Let's go. And that was pretty interesting. So Diggs is in Washington now. I was like, almost forgot about him. I'm glad I made sure that was correct. But okay, I think we're just going to go ahead and get straight into year number one, and we're going to see how this Commanders team is going to perform. So obviously now Diggs is here, and then the one other thing I want to do is I want Antonio Williams to play right away. So they have him as a gadget, and they got Diggs in the slot. So I do want to put Diggs at receiver 2, and I think Antonio Williams at slot wide receiver, because I want Antonio Williams to play right away. So we'll fix that. Other than that, guys, I think we're going to simulate season number one, and we're going to see how this is going to go. So I'm excited to see how this team performs. So one thing that I already do like, even though I'm kind of in the way, before I start simulating, I do see that like it's announcing that Nico Collins just got an extension. Roquan Smith is getting extended. You have the new center down below. So there is a lot going on, I'm going to be honest with you, on this screen. So I have simulated week one already. I was in preseason still. And there's a lot to do here. Which rookies we'll see in April's draft? Is Payne ready for an extension? Laporte is getting extended as well. So I guess that's kind of cool that you can kind of see what breaking news are going on around the league. So that's interesting to see. So yeah, I guess I could go ahead and start extending Deron Payne if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Other than that, I guess the only thing left to do is just to, like I said, simulate the regular season, just see how things will go. So without further ado, let's do that. I just wanted to show you guys. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it from other people, but it is my first time experiencing it. So yeah, let's go ahead, sim to the end and complete. Choose this year's draft. Oh yeah, we should probably do that. That's one thing I'll do, but I'll see you guys at the end of year number one. So at the end of year number one, it looks like we went 5-12, so not a very good season. I will say the Commanders' schedule is incredibly tough, so As a Commanders fan, I would hate to see us go 5-12, but you know, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But let's take a look at the stats. So offensively, 27th in the NFL, not very good, but I do see Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, Jacoby Brissett leading the league in passing yards, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are still top 2. So that makes me think Bengals playbook could still be extremely good. I don't know. We'll have to look at that, but let's take a look at stats. Offensively, 27th in the NFL, and then defensively, we have 30. Oh my gosh, we were horrible on both sides of the ball. So yeah, 27-7 from Jaden Daniels. You had 4 touchdowns, 800 yards from Ja'Cory Bill, I guess, and then 359 yards and 2 touchdowns from Jaden on the ground. McLaurin had a great season, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, 800 from Jalen Lane, 800 from Diggs. So it looks like they may have taken out Antonio Williams, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, he barely played, so maybe that was my fault. Maybe I should have subbed him again in the regular season. I think that's what I accidentally probably forgot to do that. But sacks wise, we didn't see a ton of production here. Things were really bad all around, basically. So 4 interceptions, 2. Yeah, only 6 interceptions from 2 guys. Not a good season whatsoever. 5-12 is where things end off. So I hate to see that. All right, well, let's go ahead and get in the offseason, I guess. So yeah, we were not good whatsoever. So we obviously got to improve some things here, and we will definitely look to do that. So let's see what goes on with the Super Bowl, because I'm curious to see if it's like the same stuff we got in Madden 26 or if it's going to be different. But I'm assuming there's going to be like a season recap that we can look at. So game day, weekly, that's weekly recap. Okay, what does this do? Weekly recap. I don't know. It's taking forever to freaking load. I'll tell you that. Okay. There we go. Now, okay. So, okay. I don't need to see all that. So I was like, what is going on here? But weekly recap. I will never click this feature again. Holy crap. This is loading forever. Okay. So I don't know why I could not find like the season recap to see who like won MVP and all that. Maybe I'm blind, but I genuinely could not see it. I don't know, but maybe we can look at it here in record. No, I don't know. Like I remember obviously, you know, the previous Maddens, it was just right in front of your face, but I genuinely did not see it. So sorry about that. I'm sure I'll find it eventually, but did not here. But anyway, now this is definitely different. So we have the re-sign week, and all of these are kind of like separated individually. So Washington reviewing franchise tag for Rashad White. I don't think that would be something that would happen, but of course Jaden Daniels, we will pick up the 5th-year option on him. Sam Hartman, that's okay. Rashad White, no. We got also Ford. Oh, Jerome Ford. Yeah, I was like, who is that again? Jerome Ford, and then Hawkins. A lot of these don't look that last chance to resign. Let's see, view contracts. Let's see what we got. So Tunsil, I guess we could go ahead and extend them, I guess, or I'm not sure what. Man, I am lost. This is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Terry McLaurin, remove as captain, stats and contracts. So restructure. Okay, so I can see we're gonna restructure some guys, but I don't really see anybody that I'm sitting here and then Devin Lloyd's gonna sign for a 2-year deal. I mean, he just signed there, so why he already is extended again. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go to next week, and I guess this is where we'll be in free agency, I presume, but that was a lot in my face, and let's go see what free agency looks like. So McLaurin's future hangs in the balance. Work through a new contract with Terry McLaurin. I do wonder, I'll handle it, but getting a deal done will likely cost more than you're expecting. So let's go ahead. We'll not resign, hold off, delegate, so I can let my GM do it. Okay, that makes sense. But ain't I the GM in this scenario? So McLaurin wants, damn, he wants a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. Bonus. Damn, that's a lot of money for an older Terry McLaurin. I mean, he just had a really good season, to be fair. So I'll offer it. Let's see what he says. There's much more than I thought we'd be. I don't see much reason keeping. Where do I sign? Oh, okay. Boom, he's done. So we got Terry McLaurin extended. I got an achievement as well. Deal maker. Rare achievement unlocked. Resign a 90+ overall player. We are balling out here. Okay, now we are and we got another achievement. Big spender. Wow, okay, all tasks complete. So I think we're good. And I think now we can, okay, so are we in free agency already? Free agency is locked right now. I presume I have to advance the week, I assume. So I think they added a next, I don't know. So I'm still figuring this out, but this is my first experience. And okay, so now we're in free agency. Okay, so now we're in the swing of things. So let's go take a look at our lineup. So obviously Jaden, which we didn't mean to click that, but we're going to go ahead and, figure out what we need. So this is what things look like after free agency. We got Antonio Williams. Diggs was just a 1-year deal. I don't expect him to be like here long term. We do need a new guard and a center. We're going to need probably another wide receiver, but we could probably trust Antonio Williams to play a bigger role. And then a running back would be nice if we could find one, although Katron Allen is in the backfield as a star dev, so maybe keep that in mind. Okonkwo at tight end, I still like. Defensively, Sonny Styles up to star dev. There's still a lot that we need, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot to be desired here. So I guess let's go get started with free agency. And we have Colts get it done in the end, have extended Sauce Gardner. So whoops, we don't want to do that. Similar to the end of Frenzy in advance in the next hour. So we're in hour 1. So this is different. So Grant Delpit, 28 years old. We have a scheme fit guy. I mean, I do feel like we need a new safety, so I would not mind starting there. George Pickens would probably be expensive, but let's talk to Grant Delpit. So let's speak to him. This is definitely way different. And you know what? I somewhat appreciate it, but I'm going to have to get used to this. I'll say that. This is a lot. So let's go ahead and offer this and see what he says. Guaranteed money is the issue. Fix it, we'll move forward. Guaranteed splash, 20% bonus. Bump up, sell it. Sell the current guarantee, no change. Bridge deal. Eagles GM strategy, 50% bonus. Okay, interesting. Let's click this. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he wants with that. But the money still need. Oh my gosh, he still wants more. And add year. Increase bonus. Reduce salary. This is almost asking him to choose value path. No contract. Ask what matters most to him. Pitch why current value works. Interesting. Let's see what he wants. So the upfront money is still the biggest thing for me. Patience is at 81%. Raise his bonus $1 million. And we got a deal, right? I think we're close to finishing this. Damn, this is asking... Okay, let's do this. And I think we got him. I owe myself to look at everything on the table. Wow. Okay, so he has 100% interest, but there's no guarantee he's going to choose us. Damn, this is definitely... Antonio Johnson would have been nice too. That's something we could have definitely looked at, but I already went so much time on Grant Delpit. I could withdraw the offer and try for a 25-year-old Antonio Johnson. You know what? We're done with you, Grant Delpit. We are going to withdraw the offer. You didn't like it at first. We're done, I think. Oh, withdraw offer. There we go. You have to double tap it. So offer withdrawn. You took too long, man. You took too long. We're going to talk to a younger guy instead. So we're going into Antonio Johnson. And let's go ahead and offer something here. Let's see what he says. Glad to start talking. I'm open to different bonus structures as long as total guarantees feel right. I don't know how much I should really dive deep into this. Guaranteed splash. Before anything else, I need to be comfortable with how long this runs. Add 2 more years. I mean, I'm good with that. He's 25 years old. Okay, so he's still gonna think it over, I guess. Okay, so wow. All right, I don't think I'm gonna show all of this, but this is definitely a lot more advanced than I would ever than I ever thought there was gonna be. So I'll get back to you when I have some more offers on the table. But damn, there's a lot here. Okay, so I also have come away with 2 free agents here, and this is definitely a lot harder than it used to be. At least from what I'm seeing right now, maybe I'm not doing it all correctly, but we walked away with Steven Griffin, and then we walked away with Ezra Cleveland. So I didn't get Antonio Johnson, unfortunately. He chose the Philadelphia Eagles, but those are the 2 signings we have made. So yes, we obviously, didn't have like a crazy free agency period, but Ezra Cleveland gives us some stability at left guard that we kind of needed. Is an older guard, so can't fully rely on him. And I still, would have loved to walk away with the running back. We do upgrade the free safety position. Still so much that we need, and free agency wasn't anything special, unfortunately. Grant Delpit goes to the Bears, so maybe I should have tried to stay on him, but didn't really see anything. So I think that's going to be it, because like I said, free agency overall, there's not a ton of good players there. But yeah, so we really wouldn't get anything much better than what we have currently, unfortunately. So, I mean, Pickens, Downs, like all these guys would have been nice. But yeah, and then I don't think there was a ton of good edge rushers here. Clowney, Murphy. So yeah, this free agency class was just a little underwhelming. So I guess we get to head to the draft. We'll have a good draft pick at least. But yeah, I think, or I guess I have to advance the entire free agency, I assume. So send the end of the frenzy. But that's all we walked out of here with. Only 2 guys. So can no longer negotiate with players. All right, well, I guess let's send to the draft, and we'll start with our first draft of Madden 27. So I do feel like we need to come out of here with our first round pick with either an edge rusher, a receiver, a corner. Those are the 3 positions that I'm kind of thinking. So we'll see. I downloaded someone's draft class. I don't know how accurate it's going to be. But yeah, Dylan Stewart, Tyree Tucker, Prince Well, Trey White, Trevor Gooseby, and CJ Carr all going off the board. So let's go make our pick. And Jeremiah Smith definitely is probably where I'm going to go with this because we do need a wide receiver. Don't get me wrong, we need an edge rusher too, but I do feel as if having Antonio Williams, an older McLaurin, and Jeremiah Smith could give us something really to like here. So I am going to go with Jeremiah Smith. This seems pretty easy. So Jeremiah Smith, welcome to Washington, and he is going to be a home run pick to start things off. And we're going to have an A- pick, 7 true value. Got him literally at 7. So yeah, getting Jeremiah Smith in our first rebuild doesn't sound like a bad thing whatsoever. So now let's go to our second round pick and see if we can draft an edge rusher or a corner. Ideally, that's what we get. I mean, maybe we got offers as well. Let's see if any of these look kind of different. I mean, it's kind of, you know, same thing. So nothing a lot changed there. But okay, let's go ahead and see what we got here. So wide receiver still on the board. We have corner Xavier Brown or Bo Masco. Miller, not a lot of edges on the board. So let's look at Xavier Brown at Alabama. Has a motor that runs, often looks to rip the ball from runners. So one thing I'm noticing that someone pointed out to me last year, that it doesn't have like the, you know, I forgot what it is. Good discipline. Good discipline would tell you if they have star depth. Unless you scout them, maybe if you scouted them more, it would show. But I do think or we could come down here and look at Kalen Leah as well. 5'11", has a motor, and it's pretty similar to what we just saw. Decent jumping. I mean, at least I don't see it. I guess I'm going to go Xavier Brown. So Xavier Brown, we'll see. Jeremiah Smith was an easy one. How good is this pick with Xavier Brown? So 83 in true value, got him at 39. So probably not, you know, that good considering normal dev doesn't feel that great. So, okay, all good. So now we can go to our third round pick and see if we can do better there. But we didn't do a whole lot there, I would say, with our second round pick. But with our third round pick, we have a ton of receiver options on the board. But I might just go ahead and draft an edge rusher because that's what we need. Anthony Smith doesn't look overall that good. I guess you see it here. Has a motor, will utilize power and leverage. So I'm going to take Anthony Smith here, and he'll be, wow, 249 true value. Not a good pick. Now, I don't know how deep these draft classes are. Oh, he's hidden dev, though. Okay. Hidden dev, but ranked really low. I don't know. Well, that's okay. So we'll go ahead and get out of here now, and we'll take a look at our lineup for next year. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we improved that much, which really sucks. But I also was kind of overwhelmed with how much I was looking at, and free agency class wasn't that great either. So we'll have to see. I don't know. How do we get better based off going 5-12 last year? I don't know. Good question. Okay, so we're here in year number 2 with an 84 overall, 85 offense, and an 83 defense, and this is what our lineup looks like. We didn't get to change a ton because I didn't feel like a ton of opportunities were there to change, but Jaden Daniels with Bill still has a running back, McLaurin, Williams, Jeremiah Smith, Okonkwo, Carly, Cosme, Allegretti, Cleveland, which was one of our new additions, obviously Jeremiah Smith as well, and Laramie Tunsil, who I actually tried to talk an extension with, and he immediately just said no thank you. So yeah, that was different. But anyway, we got Griffin in free agency, Leo Chenal, Sonny Styles, Frankie Louvu, Nick Cross, Meek Robertson. You got Hill, who I think the AI drafted for me, so they did a better job. Apparently, he's not happy. I'm not really sure why. So let's see what this means. So speak with player. I can feel my game elevating right now. Big role, steady role, limited role, keep bench. I mean, you can be a starter. We really don't have much better than you right now. So I guess Hill is now a starter. So there you go. All right, interesting. So I guess that was different too. So Hill should be in there as a starter now, which I am totally okay with. It's more than happy to do that. One thing I am considering, even though, and then that edge rusher who's here, but he's a 68 overall, I am considering changing the playbooks right away. Am I crazy to do that? But last year was so bad, and I feel like we barely improved. So part of me is like, should we just go for it and just, see if playbook really changed things? I feel like it would still affect things. So I think I am going to go ahead and do it just to see how much, better as an experiment we can be. So for defense, I'm going to run Seattle's, and we'll go with the base 3-4. So I'll run Seattle's defensive playbook. Offensively, because our running game is so bad, I almost want to go with Bengals playbook because we have so many good receivers to throw to. So I'm going to do that. And I just want to see what would happen. That's all I'm here for. I want to see how much that would improve. Our playbook's really not, the thing anymore to worry about. I don't know. Part of me thinks it still plays a factor because we saw how good the Bengals were in stats. So we're going to do that, and we're going to see what happens. So we're going to simulate to the end. of year, or I guess, or we are in week 1 already. So let's go ahead and get to the playoffs. Oh yeah, we got to choose a draft class. Okay. So again, I'm just going to click, you know, I don't know how accurate a 2028 draft class is at this point, but we'll go ahead and load it anyway. And yeah, so we got 27, 28 loaded up. And now we'll go into this season and see how much, you know, it's different, if anything at all. So I guess we can look at the weekly hub. This week's matchup against Devon Achan, the top player. I'll handle, you know, we can delegate that to him. That's fine. So delegated. All right. All tasks completed. We're ready for week 1, but obviously we'll be advancing to the playoffs. So let's see how much things change, if anything at all. 5-12 was our record last year. I'm curious to see if it'll be different this time around. So this year things did get a little bit better, but we finished up at 8-9 this time. So still not where we want to be. We'll monitor the playoff picture for you. I guess it really doesn't matter because we're not there. But if we take a look at the stats, offensively, 22nd in the NFL. So maybe that really didn't change things all that much because we still were bad. But defensively, we were better, so that's good. 24 and 14 from Jaden Daniels, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards from Ja'Cory. So I'm actually quite surprised to see that Bill still had 1,100 yards. So maybe playbooks really don't play a factor. So that's something to keep in mind because obviously every time you ran Bengals playbook, you were guaranteed, and Tony Williams still not getting, I swear he was at the depth chart slot wide receiver. What the hell is going on there? But McLaurin, 11 touchdowns. But anyway, like whenever you ran Bengals playbook, you were guaranteed to have like your guy, you know, leading the league in passing yard, which is good that they've changed that. But man, 10 sacks from Frankie Louvu, so a pretty good season there. Although I will say our defense was much better, so I don't know. Maybe Seattle's playbook did benefit us. Stephen Griffin ended up being a good addition, 5 picks, which is great, 71 tackles. So yeah, offensively only 22nd in the NFL, not so good. But we did improve a little bit, and hopefully this is a better free agency class because we really didn't get a ton of opportunities to improve whatsoever. We signed 2 free agents, and then obviously getting Jeremiah Smith is awesome and all, but yeah, if we can hopefully, you know, get a little bit better, then maybe year 3 playoffs can be realistic and we can finally kind of see us in the playoffs. But so far these first 2 seasons we have not done that. So of course, as I guess the Bears and the Ravens met up in the Super Bowl, and we finished up at 8-9 with only $11 million in cap space. So not a ton of cap room to work with, it looks like. So that's going to be interesting to see what we can do with that. But let's go to next week and let's see what free agency has in store for us. I don't think we're okay. We're now in the re-signing stage now. So we got Ben Sinnott. We got Connerly, who's a 5th-year option. I'm going to go ahead and accept it. Cahill, probably more about Cam Coleman, Reeves, who's been here forever. So I mean, I would love to keep him around, but I'm not going to go through it back and forth. That's the one thing I would say. This does feel like it'd be a little annoying to go back and forth with every single minor guy. Like, this is a lot of steps to go through. I don't know if I don't know how much I'd really want to do this every freaking time. This is a little too advanced for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to it yet, but this going back and forth with a guy that is just a depth guy does seem kind of although that might be how real life is. I don't know. So reduced salary, guarantee a year. Again, I don't know, man. Do I really want to go back and forth with Jeremy Reeves right now? Last chance re-sign. I'm just going to go and advance it. So let's go to next week, and we'll see if free agency is better because, you know, right now, or last year's free agency wasn't good. So Daniel's future is in the balance, work through a new contract, and then Bill, who's been pretty good, and then Sam Cosme. So these are the guys, of course, I would love to talk to. So Jaden Daniels, would love to bring him back, obviously. And, you know, we'd be fine talking to him about whatever he needs to hear. So Jaden Daniels, 1 more year commitment, took him down, lock him down. Short and sweet. I'll lock him down for 2+ years. I like where this is heading. Just need to settle. Shorten the deal. Be honest about the rebuild. Pay for the risk. Shorten the deal. Be honest. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Okay. I have honestly, part of me has no idea. I think we're ready to set this deal. Okay, so sign Jaden Daniels. I'm assuming that last thing I just clicked like really put it over the edge. I would like to keep Cosme as well. Let's go ahead and offer him a contract. Reframe the deal around 1 more commitment. Sam Cosme still like, so I'll bring him in. Okay, so I'm gonna just get this done, and I'll see you guys in the actual free agency period. Okay, so we are in our second free agency period of this video, and I did get Alain McNeil. I was in on Rashawn Gary. He decided to go to Seattle, and then I was talking to Milton Williams, and he straight up told me, like, after I clicked a couple options, he said, I'm running out of patience. I was like, okay then. So yeah, I guess this, and then I did try for one more guy and I did get him. So I get Fuaga as well. So we walk away with 2 free agents once again. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup with those 2 guys added in. So things look a little bit better with that. So it's still not like the best by any means, but Jeremiah Smith being superstar dev is helpful. Jaden superstar dev. Bill only normal dev. I thought, you know, maybe he could go up after the season he just had, but McNeil obviously gives us some more structure at that D tackle spot. But I do believe with our round 1 pick, I would love to take an edge rusher, so we'll definitely be looking to do that. But Lynn McNeil is happy to come to Washington, so I'm very happy we got him. But other than that, Jonathan Allen still here, obviously former commander, but we won't bring him back. But I guess now we just head to the draft and hope we can draft really well, because we did not all right, I guess got to end free agency. So, okay, we're not getting anybody else in free agency for now. We only want to have 2 guys, pretty similar to last year. And now we can head to the draft, and hopefully we can draft an elite edge rusher, because that's the one thing that could really kind of complete this team or shape it up in a positive way. One thing we have not done in this video is actually make a trade yet. So that's one thing we can do right now with the 16th pick if we want to just kind of be aggressive. So we do have some offers, but I am thinking about trading for my edge rusher if I can do it. So let's try for our first trade of the, Madden 27, and just in general, making our first trade. So I really do want a edge rusher. We'll see if we can pull it off. So obviously there's a lot of teams that probably don't have a ton of cap space. So let's take a look to see what we can do with that. So Montez Sweat, Bears are off the table because they have no cap room. The Browns have Arnold there, but not worth anything. The Cardinals have Xavier Collins, who's superstar dev, but he's only 79 overall. We do have a lot too, but the Colts have negative cap space. He definitely would have been interesting. Malachi Lawrence. The Cowboys actually have cap space. Malachi Lawrence for 16th. I mean, we could try it. 2 division rivals making a trade with each other. It doesn't happen very often. Done deal. Oh, wow. Okay, that was easy. So we got Malachi Lawrence. So we trade the 16th pick for a 89 edge rusher. So very happy with that. So we got our first trade of the video done. All right, well, let's be happy with that. And I think anyway, so I think that worked out, right? I'm pretty sure he's on my team. It still showed us drafting, I think, though. Let me just double check. Did not mean to click Jeremiah Smith. But I'm pretty sure I got Malachi Lawrence on the team now. That should improve our defense. Yes, it sure does. So Malachi Lawrence on the roster now. Defense is looking, improved and better, which is good. Well, let's go draft now with our 2nd round pick, and we'll see if we can hit here instead. So we got Matt Bush on the board. We got a running back, which I would not mind bringing in another body. Obviously, at running back, we have Mike Gordon. Let's take a look at Eric Livingston. B, ball carrier vision. B, break tackle. Excels at creating yards after catch. B, carrying. He's got elite jumping. Great acceleration. Running back definitely is my other position I'm like kind of weary on. 93 in true value. Got him at 48. So, but he's hidden dev. So we'll take that at the very least. So we bring in a hidden dev running back. But okay, let's go to round 3 now, and let's see what we can do here. So in round 3, to end this off, or end this draft off at least, we have quarterbacks on the board, or do we just take like another linebacker or something? So field general with an A, B, C pursue, C tackle, B zone, and he's got elite jumping, elite speed. Well, I'm sold then. So we'll bring in another linebacker, 89 true value, got him at 80. So hidden dev, we'll take it. Okay, not bad. So let's go ahead and get out of this draft now, and we'll see what the AI does with the rest. And hopefully year number 3, we can actually clinch a playoff spot. We've not been able to do that, obviously. Okay, so going into year 3, this is kind of what we look like. And one thing I need to make sure of this time around is that Antonio Williams is going to play, man. I've been getting really annoyed that he has like been on the afterburners. Like Jalen Lane keeps getting run over him, but I don't know why it's been doing that. But I'll make sure it's changed here, and that way Antonio Williams gets to play finally in year 3, even though he probably should have been playing earlier, but for whatever reason, can never get it to work, or I don't know what happened there. But anyway, let's take a look at this lineup. So we have Bengals this week to start the season. So let's take a look. So now as our offensive lineup, as you can see, Bill, Rashad White, Katron Allen, Livingston, McLaurin. So yeah, they got Jalen Lane above him, the depth chart. It looks like that's what's been going on. So there it is. That is why. So Jalen Lane keeps getting over him. I might have to turn off the breaking news thing. Like, it's kind of cool at first, but it is kind of annoying for it to pop up every freaking few seconds now, to be honest. It's like the effect is worn off. But okay, so the only thing I think I should do is, I don't know. I mean, part of me feels like, do I just go back to Washington playbook or both Washington playbooks and kind of see what happens there? But I'm not 100% sure. It's interesting, man. I don't really know what the meta is to get this team to make the playoffs, but I was pretty happy with how Seattle played last year. So maybe I just hope and pray that offensively we get better. I mean, we did get better overall last year, so I guess we'll just stick with it for now. And Tony Williams will be playing as well, so that should help out. But let's see, man, if we can make the playoffs. Not being able to do that, and hopefully, should Williams be starting already? We're keeping the depth chart. No, speak with Williams. Let's make him a starter. So I want him to start. I want him to be, a guy that can play right now. So that is good. And we'll see how this is going to go. So, all right, if we take, I'm assuming that didn't bench Jeremiah Smith, did it? It didn't. So that's good. So we just want to make sure, and it's okay. Let's just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So let's put that the way we want it to. There we go. That's fixed now. All right, let's just send to the end of year 3. Hopefully we can make the playoffs, man. At the end of year number 3, I think we made the playoffs as we went 13-4. So finally, let's look at the playoff bracket. I guess this is the best way, or never mind, I just accidentally did that. Whatever. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we have wild card weekend. It doesn't look like we're playing, I presume, because it would show if we have a matchup. But I guess the one way to look at that schedule, or we can look at the standings. So 13-4. So yes, we got the first seed in the NFC. Love to see that. Let's take a look at the stats now. So offensively, 23rd in the NFL. So still not that great in offense, but I think defensively we must have been really good. No, just in general, we were just okay. But 32-5 from Jaden Daniels, 6 touchdowns, 800 yards from Katron Allen, and Tony Williams did step up, Jeremiah Smith and Terry McLaurin. So yeah, Bengals playbook is definitely not doing what it used to. So that's probably good, though. I'm glad that's the case. But Malachi Lawrence ended up being a great addition, 12.5 sacks. Love to see that. And then here are your 2 interceptions, and then 1-1-1. So all of that looks really good. I feel like I have a lot of improving to do, man. This was a lot to take in all at once, and I'm gonna have to like really study my craft here, because this is not as simple as it once was. But it's a good thing, man. We want things to be a little more advanced. There's some things I could be okay without, I'll say, but yeah, so I'm still trying to. Okay, this is where we can see league leader, so maybe this is where I don't know. Anyway, we're not anywhere in this list, so that's something to keep in mind. But I truly do believe they changed the playbook thing. I really don't think that takes effect anymore, so that's good. So I'm very happy with that. But let's go ahead and see who we'll be playing next week, as we'll be playing our first playoff game of the video. We'll be up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, it's against the Eagles. Why wouldn't it be? So let's jump in and play the Philadelphia Eagles. This should be interesting. And if we look, I guess we can look at the playoff bracket now. So let's go see what we got here. View playoff bracket. So we have the Patriots and the Bills, the Chargers and the Texans. Then you got the Bears and the Falcons, of course, us against Philadelphia. So this should be fun. I cannot wait to see how this is going to go. Hopefully we can come in and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Very first playoff game going up against the Philadelphia Eagles here at home. This is going to be interesting, as it is going to be okay, so they get stopped in their first drive, and now we have the ball from the 50. Unfortunately, we didn't do anything with it with that great field position, and it's going to be 0-0, but they do get a 7-0 lead on us. Now they're up 14-0, but we do get a touchdown, and then we get a stop here, and now we tie it right up. There we go. And now we're up 21-14. We get an interception here from Mike Sanders still, and we're up 28-14. Can we keep this foot on the pedal? 35-14, and as long as we don't blow a massive lead, guys, I think we have won our very first playoff game. So 21-35, 21-42. This is looking fantastic. And now we are going to come out here and walk out of here with a playoff victory over our division foe. 48-21. What a start here. So 48-21 victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. If we take a look at the stats, Jaden Daniels had 4 touchdowns, 308 yards. Player stats, you had 3 interceptions from Jaden, though, so we need to sharpen that up a little bit. 50 yards from Eric Livingston, and Katron Allen had 99 yards in his own right. And Tony Williams with 135 yards and a touchdown. And then defensively, you did have 1.5 sacks from Ron Payne, 1.5 from Newton, and 1 from Charles Omenihu. So great stuff. Now let's get into the NFC Championship game after we just took out the Philadelphia Eagles. Now for a very interesting NFC Championship game, as we have the 2 quarterbacks going number 1 and number 2, obviously, in their draft class, going head-to-head. We got is that RG3 getting guys? That's RG3, right? Wow, interesting. Okay, so RG3 getting the guy. I think that's RG3 anyway, but getting the guys ready. All right, here we go. So we get a stop once again. Fumble recovery by Frankie Louvu. So turnover already. We get a field goal out of it. And another interception from Jair Hill. And we're up 10-0. So 2 turnovers to start this game, but only 10 points to show for it. The Bears are not out of it by any means, but we're up 16-7 now. And now the Bears get their own turnover, it looks like, and it's going to be a close game once again. But so far, we've held on to the lead to this point until now. Got to score here, and we do. 17-22. They take the lead right back, though. Can we take it back here right now? 25-22. Okay, so 6 minutes left in this game. This will be our first gameplay of jumping in to Madden, which is going to be a ton of fun. So let's see if this game feels, I mean, like I told you guys, I've already kind of played, so it didn't really feel that much different, but jumping in here, only 4 yards there from Eric Livingston. But we got to have ourselves a good drive to get this team downfield to take the lead in this one. So Jeremiah Smith has got a corner on him with Star Dev. And now we'll see if, maybe he burns his man here. And I think he has won his route, so I'm going to give Jeremiah Smith a chance. And guys, Jeremiah Smith is going to burn Kyler Gordon for a 76-yard touchdown, I believe, if I did math correctly in my head. So now we just need our defense to step up, and they do big time. So now we just need to drain this clock with 1:30. They were at our 9-yard line, but they got stopped. So all we need is 1 first down, and this game is over, and we have punched our ticket to the Super Bowl. So not going to get a lot here on that first run. They had really good penetration there. So Ben Johnson's not even the coach anymore, I just noticed. So they call their first timeout. I got to be very careful here, man. So obviously they know we need a first down. And you know what? I'm going to throw Jeremiah Smith on a go once again, but we're going to throw out of this if we can. So hopefully Jeremiah Smith can just bail us out again, and I think he's got it again. So Jeremiah Smith, as long as this is a good throw, this should be the dagger over Kyler Gordon. He cannot guard him. Jeremiah Smith is going to put us in the Super Bowl. Let's freaking go, and that should be how this one ends. So 25-36, Jeremiah Smith just had himself one hell of a ball game in the playoffs. 4 touchdowns. 475 yards from Jaden Daniels in this one. Did have 2 picks, so he keeps turning the football over. We'd love to see that come down a little bit. 40 yards from Katron Allen, 140 yards from Tony Williams, and Jeremiah Smith had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's go. And then defensively, you had 1.5 sacks from Malachi Lawrence, who has been absolutely worth it. We also saw Jair Harrell get an interception. Okay, guys, let's get to the Super Bowl, shall we? Super Bowl Sunday time, and we get to play a fellow Los Angeles team. I don't know why I said fellow, but we're playing a Los Angeles Chargers team. So Los Angeles Chargers here in the Super Bowl, as we will get off to a 7-0 start in our first drive, and we get an interception from Nick Cross. One thing I feel like we've done so far is get turnovers in the playoffs, which has been awesome. 7-16, we're up 23-7 now, and they're gonna have a 10. Okay, they could get right back in this, but still only. Okay, 13-30. We get an intercept or fumble recovery from Deron Payne. 37-13, and can we come out here and it is 21-37. 21-37, and they could still get back in this, but I think they've run out of time here. So fellas, we have brought the Commanders to the Super Bowl, and we have brought it home as well. So I do feel like there was a lot I can improve on in this video in particular. There was a lot thrown at me. I feel like a lot of changes, and I'm gonna have to definitely study a little bit off camera, because I feel like there was a lot of things I need to learn here, because there was a lot, man. A lot. I keep saying a lot, but there was a ton. So if you guys have any feedback or suggestions or any tips, if you have Madden 27 already yourself and kind of notice some things, feel free to let me know. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next rebuild. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.